hands together for the worship team. Let's, you know, today's one was very monkeyous. Something. God bless you. God bless you for lifting up our soul and for leading us into worship. Anybody that is not here this morning will miss a lot. Write this statement down. If your love life fails, everything fails. Write this statement. If your love life fails, everything fails. If you get it right in your love walk as a Christian, everything will go. Get it wrong, everything will go wrong. The root cause of failure in life is lack of agape or lack of practicing of agape. The root cause of failure, the foundation of failure is lack of agape love. What is agape love? God's kind of love. That is the highest kind of love that ever existed and will ever exist. If you get it wrong in your love walk, everything will go wrong. Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that love never fails. If there's any subject that is being taught in church that you should never miss, it's any teaching on love. Did you hear what I said? How many of you know that prophecy will cease? How many of you know that Bible said that prophecy will cease? People love to go to where they prophesy, go deeper. And few people will always attend a love class. Whenever we want to teach on love, guess where our mind goes on? Relationship and marriage. And we do it once in a month, February. After that, we pack everything about love and kept by the side. But love is a daily thing. In fact, love is your life as a Christian. So if you do not love, you have no life. If you don't know how to walk in love, you will fail in this life. The reason you fail mathematics is not because mathematics is hard. It is simple. Mathematics is not hard. Mathematics is simple. The reason you fail mathematics is because you don't love mathematics. Failure will occur in an absence of love. Failure will always occur in absence of love. Bible tells us that love fails not. Love fails not. So if you don't want to be a failure, make sure you walk in love. If you don't want to fail in anything you do, make sure you walk in love. Let's look at 1 Corinthians chapter 13. That says, charity faileth not. Verse 4. Let's read one to go. Charity suffereth long. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Go to verse 8. Please, let's look at verse 8. Is verse 8 not in that laptop? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Charity faileth not. That means love does not fail. Anything you are doing, love is involved in it. It will not fail. If there is love in your marriage, it will not fail. If there is love in your academics, there will be no failure. The reason students fail exam is because they don't love academics. They don't love studying. They don't love reading. You can't walk in love and be a failure. If you are suffering business failure, check your love for that business. Did you hear what I said? See, this is true in all areas of life. Any place you see failure, love is absent. Any place you see failure, love is absent. If there is a failed marriage, it's because of absence of love between the two people that are involved primarily. If there is a failed relationship, there is absence of love. Love does not fail. Love is the golden key for success. Love is the golden key for success. If you want to succeed in any endeavor, love that endeavor. If you want your family to be a successful family, love one another. If you want to have a successful relationship, make sure that agape love is involved. What is agape love? Agape love is the kind of love that gives without expecting anything in return. What is agape love? Agape love is the kind of love that gives without any strings attached. Agape love is not an emotional love. Agape love says, I will love you no matter the condition. It is an unconditional love. Agape love is an endless love, a love that will never cease. Once this kind of love is involved in any endeavor, in any enterprise, there will be no failure. In any area of your life you're experiencing failure, look at that area critically. You will discover that there is absence of agape love. If your business is not working, look at it critically. You don't have love for that business. Do you know you fail in any business you don't love without even trying? That's why I always advise people, don't do what you don't love. You're already a success in anything you love doing. Do you know what you love doing? Nobody will coerce you to do it. You do it naturally. What you love doing, you don't wait for people to pay you. Whether they pay you or they don't pay you, you do it. But once you are involved in what you don't love doing, you will struggle. That's the beginning of failure. That's the foundation of failure. How can you enter into a relationship that you don't love the person you are in a relationship with? Then you now save his name as house rent. The day you start paying your house rent, that's the end of that relationship. True or false? True. Before you say they break your heart, make sure there is love in that relationship. There's a difference between love and business transaction. Money for hand, bag for ground. No be love, na business transaction. Hello? You see, there's nothing as bad as self-deception. The worst kind of deception in life is self-deception. What do I mean by that? When you are the one deceiving yourself. Pastor, what are you saying? You are in a relationship. You know you don't love that person, but you are in that relationship. That's called self-deception. Conditions will change. You will never be forever poor. Take it or leave it. There will come a time that your situation will change. Don't marry a man that you know you don't have love for. Your condition will change. Don't marry somebody to survive. Look at the way we are in this family. We must survive. This one will get money, will just come. We will not let him go. He must marry me. Then inside that marriage, your condition not improve. Then you begin to look for small boys. And begin to tell them, do you know my age? When a woman starts telling you, do you know my age? No, there's trouble. Wahala has started. Do you know my age? I'm still young, go. Do you think I'm a small, an old woman? I'm still young. It's just that my parents pushed me into marriage early. Nobody push you, you push yourself. Happy ego. Longer throat for money. Because you wanted to enter Jeep. Front seat have destroyed a lot of girls. Front seat. It's better you trek with that one you love. Trek with that one. From trekking, you will start entering keke. From keke to minibus. From minibus to Corolla. From there to aeroplane. From there to all manner of things. See, you grow in life. Don't end up with something you don't love. Out of we must survive. How have you been surviving? Failure in relationship is traceable to lack of love. Likewise, failure in business, failure in academics, failure in career is traceable to lack of love. You are doing a job you don't love. That's why every Monday morning there's accident all over the world. People are going to a job they don't love. They're angry. They wake up late. See, if you love your job, you wake up early. If you love what you are doing, you wake up early. You don't need anybody to supervise you. That's why we must develop love. This love that God has given to us, we must grow in it. We must understand it. That's why we are teaching love. And we are not teaching it because it is February. No. Month of Valentine. No. We are teaching it because it's a life we are called to live. We are teaching it because it's a life that has been given to us to live. Can I be honest with you? If you don't love, you are not born of God. You are not born again. I don't care how long you have been in church. And I don't also care how long you have been on the pulpit. Deacon Asukwo. For the fact that a human being stayed in a garage for so long, will that make that human being a car? For the fact that you have been in church for so long, for the fact that you have been on the pulpit for so long, if you don't love, you are not born again. You are not born of God. That's the teaching of the Bible. And you don't know God. I don't care about your revelation. If you don't love, I don't care about your teaching. If you don't love, I don't care about your exegesis. Exegesis without love is pride. Bible said that love covereth multitude of sin. I don't care how you want to speak the truth and shame the devil. Oh, they didn't hear this one. Speak the truth and shame the devil. It's not in the Bible. What is inside the Bible is speak the truth in love. And if you are going to speak the truth in love, love covereth multitude of sin. We must say it. Did you hear what Sister Ginika have done? And guess who you are talking to? An unbeliever. Sister Ginika have taken the one deacon in our church. And the wife have been crying, and they fought, and they fought. The secret things of the Lord is for them that fear him. You don't fear God. He said, my own, I'm speaking the truth, I'm speaking the truth. Let's speak the truth and shame the devil. Have you ever had members of occult coming out in the public space to discuss what is going on in their group? Have you ever had? Those who are in secret society coming out on social media. It's only in church you see that kind of stupidity and foolishness that will come out on TV. This pastor pregnanted this one. He pregnanted. You see, all of this social media noise that have been going on is a sign that most preachers are not born again. They are not saved. When King Saul, who wanted to murder David, died, what did David said? He said, publish it not. In church. We must, where is CNN? AIT channel. Oh, it must be in Arise TV. Must hear it. TVC, where are you people? Punch newspaper, Vanguard, Guardian. Oh, this day, publish it. Bloggers are making money. Why brethren in church are going home hungry? Pastors are carrying money, giving bloggers. When people give, I don't even know how some people stay in such place. You give offering, your pastor want to trend. He begin to attack another pastor. They carry that offering, and go and give a blogger. Bloggers are just cashing out at the expense of the foolishness of the church. Listen, we must get back to this thing called love. Jesus said, by this shall all men know that you are my disciples. Not by your long preaching, not by your exegesis, not by your theological high-sounding nonsense, because that's what I call it. Not by we are defending the truth. If you are defending the truth, you must speak the truth in love. Not by defending the faith. If you are defending the faith, you must speak it in love, because faith worketh by love. Defending the faith does not mean you should hate your brother. Does not mean you should walk in bitterness and envy and offense towards your brother. This generation need to go back to basics. Walking in love is fundamental in this kingdom. Are you hearing me? How do I know that you are a Christian? How do I know that you are born again? It's not by your turban. It's not by your barrette. Kill it now. Pastor, kill it. It's not by your barrette. It's not by your long gown. It's not even by the size of your Bible. It's not even by your cliche, Christocentric. It's not even by belonging to a camp. Grace this, grace that. I'm wondering how somebody will be preaching grace with a heart full of bitterness. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. Because actually grace is an expression of love. Grace is the manifestation of God's love. So how can somebody be preaching grace with a heart full of bitterness? When some of these guys speak, their language shows that there is no love in their heart. I pity this generation that sit down and listen to social media pastors. Sorry, I'm not your social media pastor. I'm a man of God. I'm not a social media pastor. I'm not preaching to trend. How can you be preaching Christ and you don't see eyeball to eyeball with another preacher? You are wishing that his church should close down. You are wishing that his ministry should close down. How can you say you're a Christian? You are wishing that another person's business should close down. You are working in an office. You are wishing that they should sack your colleague and you're a Christian. Can I be honest with you? If they sack your colleague, they will not add his or her salary to your own. Rather, they will add his or her job to your own. And you will still be paid the same salary. So be wise. Get sense. If you come to church today, how will you know that whether we walk in love or not? Check our prayer points. And check the way we will respond when prayer points are raised. Let us pray that we will walk in love in this ministry. You will not hear any voice in the congregation. That's when they will be greeting one another. You are in church. God bless you. Hi, Mama, I like your hairstyle. Oh, hi. Prayer is going on. But the moment you hear, let us pray against the enemies of our fathers. You hear, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every witch, even the one that is leading the prayer, you will see the enthusiasm in killing his own fellow human beings. Let's assume that God answered all this prayer about killing our enemies. Are you aware that you are somebody's enemy? That as you are praying now, God should kill your enemy, which is that your neighbor. Your neighbor is also in a church, praying that God should kill his or her own enemy, which include you. How many ambulance should we bring to churches every Sunday? Because you are killing somebody in Redeem. Somebody in a mountain of fire is killing you that is in Rehoboth. Then the one that is in mountain of fire, somebody in a cherubim and seraphim, is killing that one. You see, Jesus said, by this shall men know that you are my disciple, when you love one another. How can you be in church? You are carrying beef in your heart against a member of the same church. And you think you pray God will hear? You are here, you don't even greet somebody. Even as I'm preaching, with this hot preaching I'm preaching this morning, the beef is still growing. When you finish preaching, me, I will go home. Will come and drag me to. See how war is going on in your heart. That's why you are having high blood pressure. I've given you a formula on how to survive high blood pressure. Don't carry anybody in your heart. Do you know that the people you are carrying in your heart, that 12 o'clock you are awake, plotting, you're a script writer, you are an actor, you are the one casting the scene. Do you know what they are doing in their house? Some are sleeping, some are eating, some are watching movie, laughing while you are there. Of course, one pianachi subugi. Okay, let me interpret. There's this goat, local goat. Local goat, Igbo people call it impi. That thing can verse. Even in the night, it's let go. Learn to walk in love as Christ have loved you. Child of God, I'm laying this emphasis so that you understand how important it is for us to walk in love. Let's get back to our 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8 that I'm talking about. Love never fails. Charity faileth not, but whether there be prophecies, for those of you who like go deeper, Papa, go deeper. Go deeper. Papa, go deeper. There are 2 tomatoes in your fridge. See how foolish we have become. So when you went to market and bought 2 tomatoes and put it in your freeze to use it to fry egg, you didn't know. That's what is exciting you. It's like this Uduwak is. I say Uduwak, there is brown weave-on in your house. Am I not seeing Uduwak with brown hair? Is that one prophecy? Everybody have a black shoe. I prophesy to you. There's a black shoe at the backyard of your house. Everybody have a backyard. Sometimes you go to your backyard, you forget your slippers. 2 of us. That's not a prophecy. You are not smart. How do you know a prophecy? Go and check all the prophets in the Bible. Most of them prophesied something that will happen 100 years to come. And they have died. People have forgotten them. After they have died, their prophecy fulfilled exactly. That's what is called prophecy. Not prophecy that you arrange. Bible still say, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. So prophecies can fail. Did you see it? Did you see it? As powerful as prophecy is, deacon, prophecy can fail. A genuine man of God can walk up to you and tell you you will die, and that prophecy will fail. And he didn't lie you. Hello? God will tell him to go and tell you you will die, and still you will not die. And that prophecy will fail. As powerful as prophecy is, prophecy can fail. My time is up. Greek and Hebrew dictionary to teach. They cannot read the text.